flight crew with Frontier Airlines. Welcome to Cancun.
Good morning, adventurers.
Good morning.
We have made it to Mexico. So last time you guys saw us, we were in Vegas and we hopped a flight over to Mexico. We've actually been here for a week. We've just been chilling in a small town that's between Cancun and Playa del Carmen. That's a town called Puerto Morelos. And it's really interesting because the town is divided up into these two sections. One section is on the beach and it's a bit touristy, but the place we've been staying is deeper inland, just like by a mile or two, but it's where all the locals are, it seems. So there's a bunch of local restaurants and local markets and all kinds of stuff, and we've just been exploring the area and chilling, mostly getting some work done.
Because we were going so crazy in Vegas, the jet lag didn't hit us until we got here.
Yeah.
We've been kind of down for the count for a few days. It's been pretty weird. We just haven't been sleeping very well, but I think we're feeling better. We're excited to be out today and exploring and taking you guys along with us because it is beautiful down here. Hot, but beautiful.
There are cenotes all over this area. We only have time to check out one, so we've been researching the one that we want to go to the most, and I think we found it, so we're going to head to that in just a bit after we eat breakfast.
Yeah, we found this really adorable little cafe, Las Robles? Robles. Looked so cute. So we stopped here. I think they'll have really good coffee. We got a pretty local breakfast. I'm very excited for it. Should start us off on a very good foot.
All of the breakfasts come with fruit, juice, coffee, and he brought out some granola too, which I did not know that it comes with. And a cute little thing of honey.
Aww.
It's pretty awesome.
This is wonderful.
And we have this sixth spot. Look how well decorated this place is. It's super colorful.
How a happy little donut going into a coffee cup.
Oh, I noticed it was a donut, but I didn't realize this was a coffee cup.
Yeah.
That's awesome. We got a couple of cold lattes and some chilaquiles.
Chilaquiles is essentially tortilla chips covered in a sauce. We went the red sauce. You could have also gotten a green sauce. And then we got some over medium eggs and a side of beans that has some cream and cheese on top of there. It's a pretty common dish, especially in this area. And I think last time Eric and I were in the Yucatan, we fell in love with chilaquiles.
Yeah, it's definitely one of our favorites.
Yeah, we've been having it and or making it at home pretty much every day, some form of it.
We got a really nice spread here though.
Yeah, this is great. So much food, and it was pretty affordable, I'd say, even for being in the bit of the tourist zone. It's pretty much perfect. The tortilla chips are still a bit crunchy in there, and then with the cheese on there, it's so good, and the red sauce is smoky and a little spicy. It's exactly what I was hoping for.
All right, y'all, it's time to get this day started. So we have a taxi driver that we
hopefully arranged for yesterday.
Yeah, so he should be there waiting for us.
It's been a challenge. So we were originally gonna ride bikes out to the Cenotes, and then we found out it's like an hour ride and they wanted so much money for the bike rental. So then we were gonna rent a car. We came down here trying to figure it out yesterday and it was a disaster. So we finally found a lovely taxi man who's gonna hopefully drive us out. I don't know.
Yeah, so we're gonna go meet up with him and then head out to the cenote.
Are we okay? All right.
Our guy is here. That's a good sign. Oh, he's over here. We're heading out to the cenote now, and there's just this whole area nearby Puerto Morelos which has so many cenotes. We've seen signs for like 30 or 40 different ones so far.
It seems that way. I think there's even a whole like adventure park built around a bunch of cenotes out here. But we're hopefully going to one off the beaten path a bit so that we can maybe have a tour ourselves.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see. There's enough of them out here that maybe it's spread out enough that you can get one to yourself. We've made it to Cenote La Noria. This thing is pretty incredible, you guys. It's just this epic hole in the ground with these rickety stairs that lead down into it. But the water looks pretty blue down in there, and we also see bats swarming like crazy inside, so
Yes.
this is gonna be an adventure.
So last time we came out to the Yucatan Peninsula, we stayed in Tulum and we went to some cenotes out near there, and they were much more open. You could go down into some like cave like cenotes, but this one is definitely just a big hole in the
Yeah,
ground.
this one is raw, man. All right, we're heading down into the depths of the cenote. So this is the staircase you have to walk down. It is very terrifying. It's actually more solid than it looks. Well, maybe not this railing, I don't know. So it's pretty incredible.
It smells like a cave down here.
Yeah, it's crazy how the sound just becomes completely dead with like a slight echo. So this is the whole cenote. You have this platform right here, surrounded by blue water, bats flying everywhere. There's stalactites all over the place, giant ones, holy cow.
You can hear the bats.
Wow, that's so creepy. Dude, there's a zip line in here. Look at this thing. Do I trust this? So where does it go, from here to that wall over there and then you die? I don't trust that.
You get eaten by the bats.
There's this really cool spot right here where the swing hangs over the blue water, and we're hoping to get a cool photo of maybe Allison on the swing or something.
If I can get out there and up there.
That means you gotta get in the water.
Oh no.
Look how clear this water is. It's crazy.
Beautiful.
All that film you see, I read was just bat poop. So you gotta deal with that.
I'll shower afterwards, right? I should have worn some shoes or something. I'm scared of touching the bottom.
Just gotta keep swimming. It's pretty deep. It's pretty cold. Dang.
Let's kind of work it up. Oh, Lord.
Now you gotta get up on the swing.
Oh, God. Maybe don't film that part.
Dude, that looks really hard.
It's just a little slippery.
Nice job.
Oh, yeah.
The water is incredible. It is so refreshing.
It's crystal clear.
Some of the clearest water I've seen. There's kind of a film on the top, but when you get below it, it becomes even clearer than looking through from the top.
And
crazy.
this might be one of the coolest ways to bat watch if you're not terrified of bats. They're so cute. They're all hanging up there and cleaning each other and fighting and sleeping.
There are two different entrances to the cenote. There's that one over there, which you've seen. And then there's this one back here, which we have not seen yet. But that's pretty cool, huh? It's just like this little cave hole entrance. You guys, we have pretty much conquered this cenote, but there's one last thing we have to do before we leave, and that is the big jump. Well guys, we conquered the cenote. I did it like a boss. I only stood up there for like 20 or 30 minutes. Just kidding, it was like 3 minutes. That was pretty awesome.
I was impressed. I thought you were gonna be up there a lot longer.
Dude, that was awesome, except my bum hurts real bad now. We kept hearing a peacock screaming off in the distance, and I found him. Hey buddy. Wow, you are incredible. How you doing? Allison just said this is like wearing a ball gown permanently. I think that's pretty accurate.
I think that's pretty much what it's supposed to be like.
Well, y'all, that was tons of fun. We really don't want to leave, but we've got to. And you know,
I'm being so
are you
awkward.
dying? Oh, you just do that.
I thought hammocks were supposed to have your back.
No.
All right.
You gotta have your back.
We're just chilling on this hammock then.
Trying to make it look real natural for you guys.
Like this.
What I was gonna say was that we got here at about 10 a.m. and we were afraid there would be a bunch of other people, but we were the only ones here, as you guys saw. But since we've been here, it's been a couple hours and a good few more people have shown up, like maybe 10 other people. I probably wouldn't come later than 10 a.m.
Well, also, it is a Sunday too, so it's a weekend. So I imagine on a weekday, if you came really early in the morning, I think they open at 8 a.m., you'd probably have it completely
for
to
hours.
yourselves. I am really loving this. At first, I was kind of scared to get down in there. There were so many birds and the water was a little, like there was that film on top, and I thought it was gonna be scary and dark and gross, but after being in there for a while,
fun,
it's so much fun. Also on site, you can get cold beers, which we did. They have showers, they have bathrooms with soap, toilet paper, completely covered. They have a peacock roaming around.
That they do. So there are a ton of cenotes in this area. So if you're wanting a more epic picturesque one, you can find that, but there's probably gonna be a lot more people at those.
Yeah.
But if you're wanting more of kind of a raw cenote, this is the one to go to, and that's a bit more our style. But all right, our taxi driver is napping back there in a hammock. We're gonna go wake him up and then head back to town. We came to a place that's called La Costanita. I think it's Costanita, I think is how you pronounce it. But it's a really cool spot. It's just down the road from where we're staying, and there's just a guy cooking up a storm back there on the grill. It's so awesome. We're a little early, so we're the only ones here. We're taking the place over. But typically you walk by and it's just full of local people. So that's usually a good sign that it's gonna be pretty good food. We have some absolutely beautiful tacos placed in front of us. We got 3 al pastor tacos each. He's cooking these on a spinning thing that's kind of like doner kebab.
Which is apparently how this came about. I guess Lebanese immigrants came to Mexico and then they kind of made it their own dish. So this is pork. And it's on a spit, very similar to doner, but it tastes, I'd say, pretty different and pretty unique. It's really savory, and they put the pineapple in there, which is just perfect. They give you all these amazing sauces and toppings.
We missed Mexican food, you guys. We always say, whenever people ask us, what's your favorite kind of food? We usually say Mexican food, or it's one of 3 things that we'll say.
Yeah, I think Thai food and Mexican food are like our favorite. Definitely the perfect way to end today. It has been just such a good day. We have loved being back in Mexico. It's been amazing. But enough chatting, time to chow down. That is so good. The tortillas taste fresh and homemade. All the vegetables are super fresh, maybe with some lime juice on them. There's a lot of onions and cilantro. The salsa is a little spicy, but the meat is super like rich and savory. Oh, it all goes together so perfectly. I love it.
Yeah, and the little pineapple on there adds that little burst of sweetness. It's so good. What an amazing day that was. Cenotes, delicious Mexican food, chilling by the beach, lots of cerveza.
Lots of cerveza.
Awesome.
Just enjoying the warm weather and the whole vibe of Mexico. I love it.
Yeah, it's great. But I hope you guys enjoyed, as usual, coming along with us on this adventure.
Yes, our time here is not over. So we are leaving Puerto Morelos tomorrow, but we are going to Cancun. We'll be staying on the beach, which we haven't done in Cancun before.
We're gonna be staying in a proper hotel, so it's gonna be a completely different vibe. It's gonna be very cool. We're very excited about it. But I think that's gonna be all for today.
Yeah.
We're stuffed. We're gonna go, we got some milk and cookies back home, so that's what we're gonna do.
That's how we're ending the night. We're gonna pack and drown our sorrows in milk and cookies.
Yeah, and probably watch a horrible movie.
Yeah, oh for sure. Good night, adventurers.
We'll see you on the road.